So welcome back to my channel everybody, and today I'm actually critiquing your guys' work because I asked you to send me your portfolios, and I did have a really interesting and a really fun time looking through your projects and how you go about presenting yourself as a graphic designer. Now I did get a whole lot of entries, so don't be disappointed if you don't see your work in today's video. And also at the very end of today's video, I do have the announcement of the winners for the logo design contest that I launched a couple of weeks back. But the first portfolio of work is a great example of how to keep a running, consistent theme throughout the entire body of work within a portfolio. So the first portfolio that we're looking at today is by Maverick, and right off the bat, I want you to take note of these two colors right in the top left here, this yellow and this kind of charcoal kind of black. Now Peter has done something that I've spoken about on my channel many times, and that is he's used a running theme throughout his entire body of work. Now quickly before we get into this portfolio, I want to emphasize how important it is to concentrate on how you actually display your work. You need to treat your portfolio as a project in itself and a piece of art. Of course, the work you put into it is important, and the quality of that work is crucial, but how you display and how you show that work is equally as important. But yeah, if we toggle down here from the main landing screen, we've got a little bit about Peter here, and also we've got a nice little navigation bar at the top. And again, it's utilizing those colors that we spoke about. Another neat little feature he's got here is how many projects he's worked on, and kind of humorous things here. And this again just gives some intrigue and uniqueness to his portfolio of work. You've got his credentials and his skills, and a nice interface here that's really awesome, again using the same colors. But if we go and look at his actual body of work, you will notice again he's still using the same color scheme for his body of work. You don't have to use a color scheme to create the running theme. You can use style, typography, but one easy way to do it is to use a color scheme. One thing I would say about this is that the actual image itself here hasn't rendered too well on my screen. It's quite blurry. But he's got a very nice style, line art, vector line art design. And again, he's got his social media links here in the color scheme as well. The only thing I have about this is that I would just concentrate on the actual work being uploaded in a higher kind of quality, because it's a bit blurry on my screen. But it is a very neat portfolio indeed. And one interesting point is that this is his own domain. But he also sent to me his Behance profile, which is based from that website. And as you can see, he still used the same color scheme here on his, the aesthetics of his Behance portfolio. And one thing about Behance is that it's very difficult to kind of control all of the aesthetics of the page itself. As you can see in his other website, he has complete control over the interface from start to finish. But if you take a look at his 2019 body of work here, he's still gone with the grayscale and yellow, which I like a lot. And there are some interesting and some neat designs here. I give top marks to Peter for the layout and the functionality of this website. It's really awesome. But he just needs to maybe focus on the actual quality of the work that's uploaded. The second portfolio we're looking at today is somebody who's been using Dribbble to present their work as a graphic designer. Now the second portfolio in today's video that we're going to look at before I reveal the winners of the logo design competition is a Dribbble portfolio by Ashraf. And there are two key components of this portfolio that I really do like. And the first thing is he has niched down. These are all logo designs. Every single addition to his portfolio is a logo design. This essentially separates him from the designers who like to cover their skills across a broad scope of graphic design. If you niche down, you're more likely to have clients coming to you because you are a professional and an expert in that specific niche field. It's a very clever and a very proven way to get ahead in graphic design. Now the second thing I really do like is that on most of these logo design thumbnails here, look at how much space the logo design takes up. It's pretty much equal throughout, apart from maybe this one here. But yeah, the good thing is the logo doesn't take up huge amounts of space in one thumbnail and then a tinier space in the next one. This adds unity, and it kind of allows the portfolio to flow evenly throughout the entire screen. Now, one thing I don't like about Dribbble is I know Dribble's pretty elite and you need an invitation to join it. But one thing about Dribbble is all you have is this here. You can't extend downwards and you can't customize it and so forth. So yeah, Dribbble is all well and good to have an invitation for, but as a means for actually promoting your work, it's not all that great in my opinion. However, he has got a website here, which I'm going to give a click, and let's have a little look at Ashraf's websites. He's got some skills here, and he's got some, background information on himself. And there's a nice rollover function on his thumbnails, which I do like. I'm not too sure about leaving a gap here. This is just a pet peeve, and it kind of destroys the unity and the flow. But if we travel down again, like, he's got his logos in a nice, evenly sized kind of display. And I like this line here. You see this curved line? As you go down, it's repeated throughout the entire portfolio. This is another tiny detail that doesn't go unnoticed by, the trained eye, and it does give consistency to his entire body of work. So yeah, really good job, Ashraf, and I like your logo designs for the most part, and I think you're doing a good job for sure. And the third entry today is actually an Instagram portfolio, which is really quite interesting and unique. So let's take a look. So the third and the final portfolio in today's video is actually an Instagram portfolio brought to you by Vania or Vania. I'm sorry if I'm, butchering your name there. Anyway, this is a very interesting portfolio because it's more towards digital art and photo manipulation. And it is quite difficult to make an Instagram portfolio actually stand out because you've only got 3 designs on a single row and there's nothing else you can really modify. But I want you to take notice of the style of this work. For example, in the top 3 designs here, they're all kind of based around a fantasy theme, and the colours used are very grayscale and kind of bleak in nature. And then down below here, everything is based around a kind of urban or dark theme, which, really ties together well. And then here we've got a focal point of an orangey kind of really vibrant design with 2 pretty bleached out colour designs either side. Now, I really find these photo manipulation works, really interesting, really neat, and they all do have a similar style in nature. So when you see this kind of portfolio, you can see how the work all ties together well. I really would like to see your work in a separate kind of portfolio website. And there is actually a link here, so I'm going to check this out real quick. So yeah, we've got the same similar work here, and I would like you to maybe expand on this and maybe use the resource we looked at last week, which is Adobe Portfolio, because I think you could take your work to the next level by really constructing a neat and an awesome portfolio. But yeah, great work, and I really did enjoy viewing all of your work today, guys. I actually had over 100 submissions for portfolios, and so of course I couldn't get through all of them, and I probably am going to make future videos on this subject if you do want to see that here on my channel. But I also had over 100 submissions for the logo design competition, where I'm going to pick 3 winners right now. So you can check out all of the 3 winners and their portfolios of work linked down in the description box below. And the first winner is actually a good concept from the letter S and a wine bottle, which translated into a really contemporary and a really simple and impacting logo design. I feel the logo type and the simplicity of the logo really does adhere to the brief that I established at the start of the logo design competition. Everything is neat and everything is balanced on this logo, I really do like it. The second logo is by Nazar, and again they've gone for a serif font, which I think does work, but I really do like the logo symbol here because it's really traditional, it's really solidified in the kind of high-end, high-status sector of whining. The only hang up here is that there might be too much fine detail and this might be lost when the logo is scaled down. But I do really like this logo design overall in terms of the colours used, the typography, and also just the general style of the logo as a whole. Now for the third and the final logo, I did have a really hard time choosing because I had about 5 or 6 logos in mind for this last one, so it did take a lot of time for me to choose, but I finally landed on this logo by George. It's not really the style I had in mind for the logo, but once I've seen it on paper and on a bottle, then there's just something about this logo that works for me in terms of branding. But yeah, like I said, I had a hard choice choosing because there was lots and lots of designs to look through, and I found myself just, focusing on small details here and there. But yeah, thanks to everybody who sent in their portfolios of work and also the logo design entries. I'm gonna hold another giveaway next month for probably a drawing tablet. So do make sure to stay tuned to my channel for weekly graphic design content. And also do let me know if you want to see more videos where I actually critique your guys' work. It was really fun doing it, and I think you can get a lot out of it too. But yeah, of course, until next time guys, make sure to have a great day and design your future today. Peace.